just join through the links in the description below, and then join the team. And then there's lots of interesting cashbacks that you all can have. You'll get the special discounts that are in the description below. Some of the codes are actually limited and only a certain amount, like first come, first serve. If they're gone, that's it. It's all going. But basically, just join the team. You can cash up, you can earn shopping credits, and you can just save extra money. But there's lots of interesting things on the side that we're going to be talking about live. So if you haven't joined yet, let me see. 3 a.m. for people. Whoa. How was your trip to Computex? Kevin is saying. It was absolutely amazing. It was such an interesting experience. I've never done anything like that before. I met lots of interesting people. Like if you're in the computer scene or computer building scene, basically all the people that were there, I just saw. It was just interesting. We saw Gamers Nexus, DeBauer, the Noctua guys. We saw Bitwit. Said hi to Bitwit. He's absolutely hilarious in real life, by the way. He's unbelievable. I saw Scattervault. I saw Nick from Gear Seekers. Lots of interesting guys that were there, and so many different brands and things. I mean, if you can go to Computex at some point, it was absolutely unbelievable. Someone's watching from Manchester. Well, that's nice. Righty. Let's jump into some of these deals that I'm having here. Lots of interesting products. So we're going to jump into the first one, which is this over here. So if we can see this product in here, this, and as you can see, I have already used this because there's fingerprints in the back. You can see, but this is Honor MagicPad 2. And if you are looking for a tablet, I'm telling you, this is the most impressive tablet that I have ever tried. I've tried iPads, I've tried some Android tablets that are really impressive, but this, for this price, should not be that good whatsoever. Here are some of the things what make this special. So in the back here, there is a tiny little thing that says IMAX Enhanced. And this IMAX Enhanced basically means that it's flipping amazing. So this is an AMOLED screen, which means OLED. Let me just sign in here. Boom. So this screen is OLED. So if we're going to put any movie on or something like that, it's going to look absolutely incredible.
My name's Peter Sutherland.
Whoa.
I'm a night agent.
I'm going to turn the music down because it's so slim and these speakers should not be that good. They are like the most impressive tablet speakers I have ever heard. I would say that these are MacBook Pro quality speakers in here. Absolutely ridiculous. And if we just go full screen in here as well, this is OLED, which means that the picture that you've seen on here is ridiculously amazing. Let's turn the brightness up a little bit. Oh no, you have to swipe on that side. Yeah, there we go. Brightness is already up all the way. But if you want to watch something in the bed or get incredible just visually and audio of this Honor MagicPad 2 is absolutely incredible. 144 Hertz, 3K AMOLED screen on this form factor. What is it? 12.3 inches. It's top of the line. And to get this price is ridiculous. £338. I think if you look through the links in the description below as well, you should be getting it even cheaper. Don't quote me on that, but this is a 12 gig of RAM and 256 gigabyte model. Basically, when I saw this on the list, I was like, it's going to be okay. I opened it up, tried it, and I was like, wow, this is absolutely incredible. Very, very highly recommend this one. And if you haven't checked this one out yet, links in the description below. Look how vibrant these colors are, even at this bright sunlight that's coming, not sunlight, but just fake light that's coming on me. Look at that. Okay, let's move on. I'm just going to put this on the side. Next product, what we have is this thing over here that I'm actually wearing. I wore this all throughout the Computex. This arrived just before Computex, and I thought, okay, I'm going to leave my Google Pixel Watch at home, and then I'm just going to wear this one. This is OnePlus Watch 4, and what makes this special is that this is not actually available in the UK in any other stores apart from AliExpress. Maybe in some of the other countries it's exactly the same. But, you know, I thought, I've got the Google Pixel Watch 3, and, you know, I thought, well, it's not going to be as good. I'll tell you what, this is better in every single way, and half price, or less than half the price of what you have in there. It's absolutely amazing. The battery life is insane. Like, you can literally get multiple days of this. And what I have done with this is I have left it on for like always on screen, which means that I'm never going to have the screen off. It's always on. And I charged it 2 days ago, I think. And it's 41% right now. It says on the screen there that it should be 16 days of battery life if you look in there right now. So in some ways, this could be 16 days. And if I'm going to take this off, it is big. It's quite a big screen on there. And obviously waterproof. If you know anything about Android watches, I am super impressed what this can do. There's so many other little, obviously, calorie counters, heart rate, and other bits, sleeping, and all the other bits that it's doing. But I think this is doing more stuff than my Google Pixel Watch. And obviously, I mean, I think I'm going to wear this more than the Google Pixel Watch. But I already said that the videographer can get this from our team, so he's going to have it. Plus, I've had showers with it and everything else, and the screen is absolutely perfect still. Like a week of use, and I don't see any scratches, and I've done all sorts with this, been all over. I highly recommend this watch. If you haven't checked this one out yet, AliExpress is the only one that has this available, and where this is available. OnePlus Watch 4, it's super rare. Absolutely loving this. Go check this one out. Okay, let me check the comments for a bit. Where are the comments? Here? No. Here? No. Where are we? IMAX. There we go. Oh yes, I can see them there. Okay, shall we move on? Let's move on. What is the next one? What we have there? We did this. Okay, this. So, I basically wanted to also test lots of interesting things. Oh, it's gone even cheaper. It's all good. It's gone even cheaper now. This is this John RP220 Pro vacuum cleaner. But I wasn't able to actually bring this Hoover into this hotel room. So what I have for you is this clip. If we can show the screen right now. Boom. So you can see this already at, I'm going to take the audio off, at home. So what this guy is doing there right now is it has been hoovering, so vacuuming and mopping the floor already. So in the corner there, on the top there, there is a dirty water and clean water. You put clean water and maybe some just cleaning liquid or whatever in there. And then it's just gonna go around, clean itself. So first hoovers the floor and then in the back mops it. It's got a special thing that goes all the way around, to the edges as well. So the mop comes like out, which is just incredible to see. The kids are super excited just to see a robot going around and everything. And this thing costs £176 right now. I can't believe that this is this cheap and can make people's lives so simple. I think there is something to do with Xiaomi as well, because the app that you're actually buying, or like not buying, but getting this is actually Xiaomi app. So this is just kind of some kind of Xiaomi product. And you know, the robots are expensive, but this one is affordable. It's super simple to turn up. Oh yeah, that is a coolest thing as well. It's got these like whatever roller arms things on, so that if it gets stuck, it can just like push itself up and get over some things. And it was interesting to see that. Plus, if there's a carpet, it just knows it's carpet, stops mopping, just hoovers, and then gets around. Super clever and very affordable price. Go check it out in the video description below. Ugreen headphones. These ones here. Okay. These, look at this. It's firstly black and gold, and you can see we've already used them a little bit as well. That's why they're a little bit scraped. But right side is this side. Look at that. They actually have ANC, active noise cancelling, if you don't know what this is, and high-res LDAC codec. Not a lot of headphones have that. Even Apple AirPods Pro doesn't have LDAC codec support. So if you want something like that, super affordable price there as well. £27 right now. Wireless, ANC. If you're going on airplane or something like that, let me turn this on. There you go. Check. And then let's turn the ANC. Okay, oh, it's got ambient sound as well. Do you know what? That works pretty well, actually. So right now, because the microphones inside are picking everything up, so I could hear myself with these on. Wow. And now noise. Oh, I should have brought these on the airplane. Absolutely amazing. By the way, there are different colors available of these. Obviously, these ones are black and gold. A little bit of a, I've got a soft spot for that. There's white available. They're slightly more expensive. Or blue available. But the black ones are the most affordable. Oh, what are they? The same price. Act quickly because the price just went up a little bit. Links in the description below, by the way. There it is. Ugreen Max5c headphones. They're really cool as well. Like, you think cheap, but actually pretty decent. They fold together as well, if you want to make them smaller. Next is something I have in here. And I said to AliExpress, look, I don't actually need these, so please don't send me these because I already have them. But what I have is this here. Okay, the sticker is wrong in there. But this is a Ryzen 7 9700X. Got another one in there. But if you would like a really affordable Ryzen 7 9700X 8-core CPU, AM5, and AM5 is going to be supported I don't know how long now. AliExpress has it only £200 available. I'd recommend checking this one out. But this is not the only CPU. There's a few CPUs available on a sale. You can see one in there as well. I think this is the 7800X 3D. I've left some in the description below if you want to check them out. But also the 9800X 3D, which I have in here. We can get a close-up shot of this one. This here is £348, or if you're watching this from somewhere else, dollars. Very affordable summer sale. Maybe you're looking to upgrade a CPU. I know rest of the things maybe be expensive, but the CPUs are one of those that actually, when you find it on a sale, is a good idea to pick up. This is one of those. Then we have something over here, and if you don't know what this is, you might be actually super excited about this. So this is Ajaz AKPO3E. Doesn't say anything, but in Computex, I actually saw a few guys use this, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know these guys actually use that. But in order to make this work, we're gonna have to get, I'm gonna get one of those cables, because this I'm gonna talk about in a minute as well. This is a Ugreen cable. Just gonna pop that in there. This is a USB-C cable, but this is an angled USB-C cable, which allows me to do special things here. Okay. Just getting this out. If you see an interesting comment, Sam, then someone says just, or someone asking something, just let me know. Okay, I'm just gonna pop, no, wrong way. See, this is angled from one side. Yeah, the U-green cables are good, someone says. So there we go. This is one of those. I've got actually loads of U-green cables, by the way. But this is super affordable. I'll talk about this in a minute, but I'm gonna actually use it in this other example. So I'm just gonna pop it into my Mac over there, and then in the back here, and look at this. It's this way actually. This comes alive. And if you install the software, this is basically the super affordable version of Elgato Stream Deck. Okay, you can configure this whichever way you want. Have, you know, lots of different things for these to do, and this is only £30. $30. Do you know how much the Stream Deck is? Okay, if you know, you know this is a good price. We've got 6 buttons on the top there with screen behind, so you can customize them whichever way. 3 on the bottom, 2 smaller knobs, and then 1 bigger knob in there. I actually saw lots of stands on Computex using this, and I was like, what's this doing here? And this was the first time I actually saw this before Computex, when I was looking through the list of what's on sale at AliExpress, and I was like, this is an interesting product. I want to talk to them about it. Super easy to use, just one USB-C in the back over there. Pop the cable in, as you can see what I've done here, and then you'll have this. Follow the instructions to, it comes actually with USB Type-C to Type-A cable, as you can see here, but I haven't, obviously I'm not using this because my Mac does not have this cable. There is an application that you need to install to configure everything, whether on Mac or on Windows. But this is so cool. Don't you think this is cool? And only, what, $30 there. There's different colors available as well, by the way, if you want to spice it up. I can see a white one. And then, look, this is literally Stream Deck, like copy, like absolute, like fraction of the price. Black or white's available, whichever one you want. You might be interested in that. Now, let me just pop that down. Let me see what's next. Okay, this comes in here now. Another U-green cable, only £5, $5 this one. And why is this special? If you are using tablets like this, remember that one earlier on? So if we look around, all the way on the sides, there is no other input apart from this USB-C on the bottom there. And if you need a headphone jack, then you need this tiny cable. And this thing is gonna save your bacon. So if you want to connect this to maybe a mixer, maybe your Broadcaster Pro, or whatever device and want to play music from here, for example, you're going to need this. And this is super affordable. That tiny cable, or on your phone, if you need the phone here as well. My Pixel 8 Pro does not have headphone jack. And you can see, now it does. This tiny little thing, super useful, and right now from £14 to about £5. Look at that. That is really cool. So let me put that one down. And so this USB-C cable that I talked to you, that I already used here. So one side straight, the other side we have this angled. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see it's U-green on it. And this means that you can kind of use it a little bit more diverse. Sometimes you don't want it to be straight, you want it to be angled, because then it takes less space, like on a Mac when you want to go backwards, or in some of the docking stations. But this is 100 watt certified, so you can just charge via 100 watt with this. And it is MacBook and iPad quick charge 4.0 fast charging all compatible. There's lots of different lengths of this available. It is only 5 gigabits per second data rated though. So you're not going to get 10 gigabits. Just bear that in mind. But if you want fast charging, that's very, very interesting of this cable. One of the guys says that I have a U-green one that splits to USB-C and 3.5 and up to 65 watts. Oh, that is interesting. So basically it has one of those cables here, and then it kind of splits it into this. So you have a headphone jack and then a charger. That is a very interesting and good idea for a cable as well. But they're like super affordable, and if you want to pick any of these up right now is a good idea to do that. These cables, righty. Another cable from Anker, but we've used both of these, working with both of these guys on the channel, but on this stream we can talk to you about AliExpress that sells both of them at a very affordable price. So this is even a better cable because so this is white, but you don't have to get it white if you don't want it. You can get a different color. There is a strap around it to just tie them nicely together, so it's not going to get tangled. But it's very nicely rubberized, or whatever this cable covering is. It's like a silicone rubber. This is, how long is this? 1.8 meters, something like that. USB-C on both sides. It's bio-based, so it's got environmentally friendly covering. Anker, but what makes this cable special is 240 watts power delivery. There are not many cables that offer 240 watts, and this one does, and it looks very, very slim. It's not bulky, it's flexible, and you can use this obviously in whatever device you want. But if you've got a MacBook, a silver one, a white one available, and you have a super powerful charger, then you might want one of these here. And this is on a deal. Remember the previous cable, this might be even cheaper, 13.6 pounds or dollars, wherever you're watching this from. Again, these come useful at all times, like all the time. Look, I've got more of these here for MacBook charging. So, next. Yes. So, this is the U-green system. So you know Apple, so just so you see, just this little card in here. You know Apple AirTags? Basically, this is that one. And you can, if you pop this anywhere, or in your wallet, or it just looks like a normal business card or credit card. You pop it anywhere you want in your kids' bags, just hide it somewhere in a bag. You can always find this. And I don't know how this is possible, but it does. So I'm going to just throw this in the back over there. I can take my phone. Let me find this app again. Where was it? There we go. I'm going to play the sound. I can't show you because it actually shows our location here. And then, can you hear that? It's playing the sound. I don't understand how can there be even like a speaker inside. So I can stop playing the sound. That's enough now. But this does not just work with Android, this works with Apple as well. So if you've got Apple devices, you can use this one. The link here is from a slightly different device, but this one works as well. Or actually, there are a few different ones available. As you can see, there is one pack of this available. Or if you look on the screen again, you can see some of these like a little bit smaller, but maybe a little bit thicker devices available. So if you want to put this like around your keys, as you can see, Where did it go? There we go. Around the keys there, then one of those, or like a card. Or if you want them in 5 packs or 4 packs, you can save even more. You save basically 50% on the 4th one. £16 for one, or 63 for 4. Is it even cheaper? Yeah, it is cheaper actually. 24. Yeah, just a little bit cheaper. That is a cool little device that you might want to check out as well. Okay, if you're an audio guy, then let's talk about this. These are Fuzzy Audio AM4 open back in-ear monitors. Let me open this up for you so you can actually see the experience, because these look very high-end, but they're actually very, oh my goodness, it's 14 quid cheaper than just literally an hour ago when I checked them out. Some literature, carrying case, plus the actual earbuds in here, and they're really cool. Black, matte black, and then kind of a copper color inside there, if you see. And yep, nothing else in there. So we can put this into there, but we'll keep these. But basically, now inside there's lots of different size earbud tips. Oh my goodness, how many they give you. They're all silicons, so none of them are memory foam. And then even extra covers for these. So if you wanna, I did not, oh wow, these come off as well. So the kind of the driver end just screws off from there. Did you see that? Are you able to pick that up? Mm-hmm. It's like very small. But basically this comes off as well, and you can change them to metal ones if you want. But here's, I think, let me try this out. So let me take these two. I'm gonna pop this in there. One. Lots of people use these not just for music, but podcasters use these for monitoring their own audio. So if you don't want like big headphones over, you're just gonna have these IEMs in your monitors, and then they're gonna sound really cool, and kind of, you look a little bit like a security guy. But let's plug them in. There's a tiny little cable here. Just pop one side in. And if the cable breaks, you just buy a new cable, very affordable. And I'll show you how this works. Okay. One goes on one side. I'll pop this in this side so you can see from this side. 1 second. Oh. I need to put this the other way. I put the cable in the wrong way. But basically it needs to just pop around your ear like that. And now we need this. If I take this cable on my phone, I can already hear it's working. So let me hear something. Let's listen to something. Oh. Oh my word. It's just, you just really want to listen anything from this. There's really deep lows, and then they're really good, okay? We're just going to move on because otherwise I would just listen to lots of this music. If you want to pick them out, links in the description below. If you ever have had anything from Shure that charges like lots more of these, but than these are a lot better. Then there's something on this side that we've already been using, but this power block in here, let me take this film off as well, so we'll get a little peel for you. This is Basus. A few ports on the top, 2 USB-C, 2 USB Type A, 145 watts, which means that if you've got a MacBook Pro like this, just off the screen in here, I can pop this in and get a full speed charging onto that. That is super fast. There's a tiny little screen on the side here as well. You can see it is 100 watts, or like 100% right now. So plug this in, and then let's just do a little test. How fast does it charge? So if we take this tablet now, I'm just going to plug the tablet in first. And then now on the screen. It started charging. 10 watts. It's 86% charged there. So it's probably not going to take a lot of charge. Supercharging. It doesn't charge very fast because it's already full. If we take another device that can... So this is the Asus ProAd PZ14. If we're going to plug this one in, this should take a lot more juice. $49 watts. Come on. Can we get more? How much battery? Oh, this has 95% battery as well. But did you see? 72% battery. Or watts. 72 watts. As you can see, it just pulls it at... Like, it can't get any more. I don't think this takes any more. Anyway, really cool little device. This is 20,800 milliamperes, 100 watts fast charging from one port, but 145 watts altogether. Laptops, anything you want, tiny little thing to carry with you. Lots of power in there. 77 watt hour capacity, I think it is. It's absolutely amazing. If you want to check this one out, links in the description below as well. Next thing is something that we actually used in Computex that's already in use on the side here. You might have already seen this on our little teaser, but this is one of the best things that you can buy if you ever go traveling. So this is a travel adapter, both sides, plug anything in. So if you're in Europe or Asia or US or UK, anything you can plug in there. And then on the other side, wherever you want to go, you just plug in anything you want. You know, Europe, Asia, US, UK. You just plug in. Plus on the side, you've got even more US and Japan socket on there. This also is, pardon me, 70 watt power, like kind of a charging block, USB-C or 2 USB Type A's on the side. And if you thought, oh, I forgot my cable, I lost it. Then there's a built-in cable that you just pull out. Look at that. And you just start charging. You don't even need to cable. You want to retract it again, you pull it up. That is super, super useful and cool. Highly recommend checking this one out. This is like the one thing that you don't need. I've had a previous version of this without this integrated USB-C cable, and that was amazing. But now to have the USB-C cable already included in it is even better. Absolutely amazing. Then we have something in the back here, because I wanted to try different cleaning products, because I think it's one of those things that everyone wants to clean your stuff and you want to have everything clean, but to have good products that will actually help you, that will just save you time. The cleaning is just going to be a lot more pleasant time. But what we have here is a Xiaomi cleaner G20 and what's it called? Media wireless handheld strong vacuum suction. Anyway, you know how these work, right? But the thing is, this hotel room is already clean. Or not. Look at that. Oh my word. I thought this is clean. Well, maybe I was wrong. And maybe this is a good Hoover. But the thing about this is, if you know how much these Hoovers or handheld Hoovers cost in the UK, just go to Currys, or if you're watching this from somewhere else, go and have a look how much these are. Look at the price of this one. And in case you don't know what Xiaomi and what this is basically like the Dyson, but just from Asia, right? And it is super high quality. This is a white one. You can get different ends available there. There's a charger on the side, just outside the frame. Different suction powers, 1, 2, 3 on the top in there. Charging port in there. And then you can have a wall charger that you can just screw onto the wall and then have different accessories attached to it. Just like that. And then the Hoover actually goes in there and then you can charge it on that. I highly recommend you checking this out. This is a very good, affordable price and just a very good thing for that price. Go check it out. Links in the description below. And finally, where is it? No, it's not actually finally. There is another little power bank from Asus. I think I'm saying this right. So this is a tiny, tiny little thing. This is so slim and so skinny, but it is 5,000 milliamperes. The cool thing is it's got USB-C out and in. So if you want to just charge USB-C, then that's fine. But it is 20 watts wired or 15 watt wireless. So if we are here, look at that, and let me just plop it this way. So if you can see there, I'm just going to pop this in the back like this. This magnetically attaches to your phone. Boom, wirelessly charging. So I'm sure you've already seen these before, but they've previously been quite expensive. All you do is kind of just line it up in there. It just magnetically is like, okay, there it is. And then it's just charging wirelessly. It's just amazing. So in case you're just running out of battery, you get this with you. It fits everywhere. It's so small. It's just a little bit thicker than like a card wallet. You know, have you seen one of those where you pop your cards out? It's literally the same size, but has like an extra charge of your iPhone in it. And then you don't need to even have a cable with you. You just have it in there. If you've got a wireless charger, you can charge this wirelessly as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, if you guys have any questions, I would love to hear from you, because these are not just actually all the things that are on sale. There's loads more things on the sale that you can get from the links in the description below. There's especially Xiaomi side as well. Okay, someone is saying, how long does the slim one last? Can you change battery or something? Which one is he talking about? The slim one? Is it this one that he's talking about? Or is it this one that we're talking about? Which one? Oh, Kevin is saying about the Asus cables. We'll talk about that. But the Asus thing, There is also lots of interesting power supplies launched. If you've seen my Computex coverage, by the way, like Acer, they launched something that has like a special pin inside. Like you connect extra thing that comes from the 600 watts power 12 volt high power cable, extra like a sensor that when it senses it gets hot, it just switches it off. There we go. Carlos just ordered the Ryzen 5 5500X 3D from AliExpress for a total price of 155. That is absolutely amazing. Someone said that they've got the Anker Prime 240 watts. Yeah, if you've got Anker, there's some Basis ones available, and if I'm not mistaken, even Anker ones. I believe we didn't use the Anker ones because the shipping was too long, but the Basis one, voila. This one is here, but I think this is just more affordable version of the Anker one. Multiple international design awards. 300 million global users. That's a lot. So let me talk about some extra things that are on sale as well. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the watch. The watch has this. So the watch has this tiny little thing that comes with you, and this is the charger. So it like magnetically clips onto there, and there's a USB-C port on this side, which means that you just need to plug a USB-C cable in. And if so, you don't have to like carry extra cable for your like watch, because usually you have a phone charger, a USB-C cable, right? And then you have another cable for your watch charger, but now you just need this tiny little thing, pop it in there, and with the same cable, you can do both, which is really, really cool. I wonder if this is... Whoa, see, magnetic. Let me show you something else that I have in here. Where is it? Okay. By the way, there's special global codes in the description below that only last. There's limited quantity available. If you buy anything, take full advantage of all of these codes in the description below, and you'll see, you'll find some stuff. But Xiaomi is running different deals at the moment as well, but I don't have these devices, but I still want to mention these because they're on a good sale, and you might find even more there. But this is Poco M8 Pro, 256 gigabyte version and 512, super long lasting battery, 6500 milliampere battery. Look at that. If you are looking for something affordable but still quite high specs, look at that. Then we have Xiaomi Mi Flip 6, 67 hypercharger, 67 watts power. Look how fast it can charge. 4780 milliampere, but it's a flip. A lot more affordable than Samsung Flip. Can we say that here? I'm just going to say it anyway. Okay. Xiaomi Mi Flip is just more affordable version of Samsung. Like a 50 megapixel camera, and the balls to the wall Snapdragon processor, 120 Hz display. The same one. Flip. Then we've got Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 Pro. If you're looking for an affordable smartphone, these are amazing. Hypercharge 120 watts, this one. 200 megapixel camera. There we go. Let me see if I've got anything there. No. So this is Xiaomi Redmi Pad 2 Pro. So this is a little bit more affordable than this Honor MagicPad 2, I think this one was. But if you're really looking to like save something, this is a good option there. 33 watt fast charger, very large battery. We've got 2.5K crystal clear display. We've got Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 processor. It's like super powerful stuff like that. But if you're asking for my advice, this is better. The extra 40, 50 pounds or something like that you save, the screen is going to be so nice. The AMOLED screen looks so very good. And the speakers are amazing. I haven't tried the Redmi Pad 2 Pro there, but this looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to have to sneeze. Whoa! That was good. We've got another smartphone if you're looking to save some cash. Poco F7 5G global version. Snapdragon 8S Gen 4. We've got, this is a very like high-end device really. 256 gigabytes of 512 AMOLED display, which means super nice colors, massive battery. What else are they offering? IP68, dust and water resistance, 50 megapixel Sony camera. This is like, I know Poco used to be like the more affordable version, but this is like super high-end specs. Global as well, and 90 watt hypercharge, which can charge super fast. So you need this power bank, because this can go 100 watts, and then this cable, for example, because this can go 240 watts and charge this super fast. Poco X7 Pro, more affordable version. This is still AMOLED display, 1.5K, 120 Hz, which is ridiculous. Hypercharge again, like a lot of the high-end features just on this, it shouldn't make sense, but there we go. This is on a sale as well. Poco M8, 250 pounds. Look at AMOLED display, 120 Hz. Snapdragon 6 Gen 3. It's very good. Another Xiaomi pad. This is a lot more expensive, what we're seeing there, because we've got 3K display, and I want to say that this is AMOLED. Let me have a look. 3K ultra clear for photo editing, wet touch, 700 nits. What is this display technology? Is this not even OLED? Different colors available. 67 watts power charge. This unfortunately doesn't charge that fast, but it's still very, very good. But this has a massive battery, and if you've been looking at this, maybe worth checking out. But to me, this one is the best highlight, and I talked about this first because I think this is one of the best things I've seen this year. Absolutely amazing. Okay, this kind of takes us here to the, oh, someone said bless you for the sneeze. Well, thank you very much, lads. Like now, we'll just take some time for just some questions. If you want to just ask anything, or if you'd like to chat, let's check it out. Which one do you think was one of the nicest products? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that one. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna put this on. Where is it? This one. TechNotice, join the team. To me, the best deals right now. Well, the OnePlus Watch actually. Could you go to the screen? That's yes, the main screen. The OnePlus Watch actually surprised me. I did not think that it was going to be that good. I thought it's going to be kind of like, all right. But it's actually absolutely amazing. It's seriously impressive. I didn't think that watch was going to last that long. And again, this is a serious highlight. I wonder if this has some magnets in the back as well. I don't know. Like, if you just look at it, it's so hard for me to describe this on this like screen for you, but it just looks absolutely amazing. Let me get you some kind of OLED demo on, so you can see. It's loading, it's super slow. Come on. Hey, we've done great. Almost an hour. Why is it taking so slow? Come on, let's go into here. That should be faster. How much did you guys watch any of the Computex coverage? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know. Oh, I need to sign in. Why is it so loud? This one. What was my favorite tech at Computex? Someone is saying. Okay, let me have this on. Let me see so I cannot get the reflections on. My favorite tech at Computex. I spent a lot of time talking to Noctua, if you know who Noctua is. And they're cooling stuff. They're trying to do some very interesting things, and I'm probably going to speak to you a little bit more on the main channel. I'm going to do a video about the thermal siphon thing that was happening. Oh yeah, let's see. Like this. Look at this. And the coolest thing about the Noctua was just how much detail they put into so many small little things. They've improved lots of things. So I spent quite a lot of time like going really, really technical in there with the guys. But then I think one of my main highlights for this trip was the NVIDIA RTX Spark devices. ProAd, like everyone's super early days with it. I saw MSI's version, I saw Dell's version, HP version, Lenovo's version, Asus's version. Did I mention MSI? MSI's version. They all have like their version of the laptop that they're going to come out. But if this really rolls out, NVIDIA's going to kind of kill Qualcomm with their like ARM on Windows stuff that's happening, and really has like this Apple silicon moment where they're just going to go, wow, this is super cool. Now, one of the small details that really impressed me about that NVIDIA RTX Spark is because as much as we all hate AI and stuff like that, but imagine you're trying to do something in Premiere Pro, for example, or some of the video or photo editing software, and you're like, I would like to do this, but I just don't know. So what you usually do is you're going to either go to some kind of AI chatbot where you're going to ask, how do I do this? Or you're going to go and search on YouTube, you know, how to mask or track this and add this or that on Premiere Pro, for example, for video editing. Now, because the NVIDIA RTX Spark can run this locally on your device, it can use your local hardware on your like laptop, and it can teach you this live. So you basically can just say, hey, I want to do this, how do I do it? It either will walk you through this or just does it for you. So basically now the laptop is working for you. You're not going to be just kind of using the laptop to get stuff done. You can say, hey, can you compile these documents and do this and blah, blah, blah. It runs locally on there and then gets it done. Boom, job done. Can you run this report for me? Can you find where was this? Can you do this? Can you do that? You can kind of command it to do smart things, which is a little bit different. Previously, you had to be connected to the internet and do that, and it wasn't really possible, whereas there it's possible because you've got like super fast RAM in there. I think it's 9,500 speed, maybe even faster. So the unified memory really works really fast. One of the things that I asked the NVIDIA guys about the RTX Spark was also, how does the memory split work? Because previously we've had like on AMD Ryzen AI 9 Max 395 Plus, that's a mouthful, that you had like part of it on CPU and part of it on GPU. And it had to kind of be allocated, okay, I'm using this much for CPU and that much for GPU. But if I understood them correctly, they said that now this is going to be a lot more easily be configurable. You can just kind of pull it a little bit more easier the way this is, because NVIDIA can kind of force Microsoft's hands a little bit more, and it's going to be very, very interesting. So these two were definitely my highlights, but there was so much stuff that you're like, wow. If you see on my Instagram, I like try to record some of this stuff. ROG, for example, is coming up with like full tech notice theme stuff, black and gold, everything gaming gear. That was really nice to see. What else? There's some interesting cooling stuff happening. Some of the cases were really cool as well. These were my favorite highlights. Okay, I think it's time for me to go to bed, because it's literally like 4 o'clock in the morning, body clock for us. That's why you can probably hear my voice is a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining for this live stream. Remember, if you're watching this in like replay, or if you're watching this in replay already, then all the links are in the description below, and there is lots of discount codes worldwide. If you're thinking about picking anything up, check my favorite pick that I was able to do with AliExpress in the description below, because we're literally going to be using these things like every day. These will be super useful in the studio. Even the IEM's absolutely amazing. So thanks guys, and I'll see you soon.